Crawfish Étouffée, or smothered in French, is a dish from southern Louisiana, Beaubridge, Louisiana, actually, in 1920. I believe it was first created at the Hebert Hotel, and then it became famous again in the 1950s when I believe it was the Rendezvous Cafe started creating it. So I thought we would give it an old college try. I've made it several times. It's not something I make as often as I do gumbo, but it is simple. It's a good roux, the Holy Trinity, and some stock. That's basically it. And then add some crawfish and a little bit of cayenne to flavor, and boom, you have a delicious dish for a great weeknight meal that doesn't take any time to really prepare. So let's give it a go. You know how they say down there, they say let's bon temps rouler, eh? Let's go do it. Follow me. Let's get to it, shall we? All right, so the Trinity, is going to start with some celery. So we're going to go ahead and dice this up. I'm probably using the wrong knife for this. There's no tip. But hey, we do what we got to do. All right, so we just chop up the parsley, and then we're going to put it in a bowl off to the side. Now, same thing with the bell pepper. Take the white part out of there. You don't need all that. You just chop it up, and then we're just going to put it in the bowl. We're going to use a bowl. We're going to put it all in there. We're not going to use a bunch of ramekins this time. All right. Then same thing with a shallot. You can use a red onion or a white onion. It's entirely up to you. I had shallots, so that's why we're using a shallot today. And guess what? Once you dice that up, you're only going to need about half that shallot, by the way. That was a big shallot. Then we need some garlic, and if you know anything about me, we're going to use at least 4. So, and just dice it up, chop it up nice and fine, throw it in the bowl. Everything's going to go into the pan at the same time. Now, jalapeno, you can leave this part out if you're not about spice. I do like it a little spicy, so we're going to go ahead and throw in some jalapeno. Oh, next is a controversial ingredient, a roasted poblano. I had them ready, so I decided to. I know what you're thinking. There's no poblanos in an étouffée. Well, look, this is my recipe. When it's your recipe, you can leave them out. I happen to think poblanos are delicious. Roasted ones are even better, and I think they're probably the best tasting pepper out there. So I'm putting them in the dish. Okay, and with that out of the way, we just chop it up and we throw it in the bowl. All right, next parsley, but we're only using the leaves. And we're just going to give it a good chop, really fine chop. This is your garnish, so it doesn't go in the bowl. We're going to put it in Tupperware, or a little Chinese Tupperware, if you would. All right, half a cup of oil and half a cup of flour. These are equal parts because we're going to make a roux. Now, roux is the base of most Cajun and Creole dishes, and we're going to stir for a while. I timed it. So after your first minute, you can start to see it will start taking on color. I believe it was 5 minutes. And then I was like, oh, it could go a little darker. And then I was like, oh, 6 minutes. And I was like, oh, it can go a little darker. And this is what we're kind of looking for. And we're going to add all of that Trinity into the pan. And then we're just going to saute it. Now we're coming back with the seasonings. I'm using Tonica Satcheries. I don't know, I just used the rest of it. I didn't have much, about 3 tablespoons. You can use your favorite Cajun seasoning. Again, cayenne, half a teaspoon. You can omit this part if you don't like heat, but I kind of feel like it needs to be in there. Then we're gonna add 1 quart of chicken stock. So I just used the stuff at the store, low sodium, because I feel like the Satcheries has enough sodium in it for everybody. And then we're going to cook it down for about 30 minutes, I believe this was. Then add your 1 pound of crawfish tails. And then we're just going to stir that in, get it all incorporated. And then you're going to want to cook some rice. Follow the instructions on the bag. Make sure you wash it. And now for that juicy food video footage that everybody loves. Crawfish Étouffée. Now it's a great day to come visit. We got a sauce that and as always, guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like it, ring the bell, and check out our podcast.